Welcome back, West Michigan. You are watching Alive and Well. I am your hostess, Linda Balkema, and I am going to let my guests introduce themselves so I don't say the wrong titles. Okay, start with Ron.
I'm Ron Rademacher. I manage the retail pharmacies for Mercy Health Partners.
Michael Poulin, I'm captain of the Sheriff's Office, Muskegon County.
Kira Yuthi with Lakeshore Health Network, a physician hospital organization here in Muskegon County.
And they are all part of the Muskegon County Medication Disposal Program. And we've covered a lot of interesting medications, a lot of information, and there's still a lot more to talk about. This is a great program. You guys have done so much. We've talked a lot about the medication and the dangers of having it in your home and why it's important to get rid of it. One thing we should probably talk about is how you'd prefer them to bring that medication in, what they can do to give themselves the anonymity.
Privacy.
Privacy. There we go. The privacy. To stay anonymous. Go ahead, Ron.
Well, generally speaking, if you're taking your medications, whether it be the one-day events or into any one of the pharmacies that are currently collecting those medications, bring them in medication bottles, in their packaging, so that we can readily identify the medications that you're bringing in. Don't just bring in, and we've had it happen, the Ziploc bag with all the medications just dumped in there. Makes it very difficult at times, especially with the advent of so many generics being on the market now, being able to identify controlled substances for non-controlled substances. But bring them in the original bottles. But we ask that, if you could, remove your name, your address, that type of thing from the top portion of your prescription label, whether it be tearing off the top portion or just taking a black Sharpie permanent marker and just blacking it out so that you're giving no identification information.
It's not necessary.
We still remove, in the pharmacies, we still remove that medication from the bottles. But again, you don't want your private information being disclosed.
Sure, and again,
to
you want to
anybody.
be careful if you are tearing it off. Don't tear off the name of the medication. So
Right.
maybe do you keep black Sharpies,
Yes.
Sharpies on hand?
If the bottles are brought in
So they
and
can
it
come in
hasn't
and
been
That's a good
removed,
idea.
then we take care of either removing the labels or marking out the names and then disposing of those containers.
Sure, but if you want to bring something in and feel really good about people aren't going to know your personal business, just get a black Sharpie, a permanent marker, and just mark out your name, not the medication name.
Right.
On the one-day events, it's not as necessary. So if you're driving through the fire department and you're dropping them off, you're welcome to black out your name or take your information off. But when we sort and they're done being counted, they go into a 55-gallon drum that stands about so tall and so wide, and that whole drum is incinerated. So that's containers.
That's what I was curious about. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it? Do you guys see this? Have you seen the
No,
incineration?
we're about to take the field trip. We just haven't had a chance to do that as a group. But what's really nice is when the medications are incinerated at the approved site.
Okay.
We don't do it personally.
No.
But it's done at through appropriate locations. It's done at such a high heat, it actually creates electricity. So we had no idea when we started this program that we'd be green all the way around from
Yeah.
start to finish. And it's actually very rewarding to know that information.
Okay, yeah, and that's another really big important aspect of this whole program is that we're helping our environment.
Yes.
You know, it's a green program. We're not flushing things down the toilet, we're not putting it in our water, and
Right.
it's a green program. Very
You know,
good.
Linda, in 2002, there was a U.S. Geological Survey study done, and 80% of 139 tested streams found medications in that. They found things such as steroids, Viagra is another big one they actually find quite a bit of, your birth control medications, your heart medications, epilepsy medications. Those are some of the higher numbers that they see in the water streams, and so we are drinking this water. They are starting to be able to identify these at the water treatment facilities, but because these treatment facilities were built so long ago, it makes it very difficult for them to do so. Once they are identified, they have no means or ways to be able to remove this from our drinking water. So it is actually a little nerve-wracking that this is happening.
That is a huge concern.
Yes.
Seriously, the filtration that they do now does not remove all of
No, it
these
does not.
substances from our water.
And if we actually have if you actually dump your antibiotics, let's say, into your water and down the drain, if they have a high enough return on antibiotics into the water stream, it actually will change the chemical makeup within the water treatment facility, and it makes it more difficult for them to clean the water itself, and that's why they constantly test to see what's coming through.
So we have to think about our land and how we're borrowing it from our children's future. That's how I
Right.
like to think of this Native American expression that we didn't inherit the land, we borrow it from our children, and I firmly believe that. And it's really important because our kids are going to grow up, and if we continue to flush these things or put all of these things into our water system, you know, what are we doing for our future?
Exactly.
You know, and what are we doing for our current health? So very important for the environment. So don't be afraid to bring these medications in, and I hope this helps a lot of you think about going to your cabinets and wherever you're hiding these medications and looking for them and disposing them.
If they have questions, they can go to our website at www.MAMDP.com, which stands for Muskegon Area Medication Disposal Program.
That's good information, Carrie. And I want to talk too about the fact that if you take care of a loved one, people that are caring for seniors, that they need to do that. You want to elaborate a little bit on? Do we see a lot of that?
Well, we see a lot of it, and we have at the one-day events, where with a loved one, like Carrie was saying, it seems like every item, prescription bottle that's brought in has a story with it, and it was rather surprising how many people wanted to share their story with you about their loved one, especially if they're bringing in a large amount for someone who had recently passed away or something like that. So. And, you know, everything does come with a story, and it's very important that if we do have additional medications around the house that were from, you know, another family member or something like that, that we are taking the appropriate measures to get those out of it.
Sure, important to do. And one more time, Mike, I'd like you to tell our viewers again about those one-day drop-offs. Could you, or the drop-off locations, not the one-day drop-offs. I'm sorry, those are the events.
The law enforcement.
The law enforcement, yeah.
Currently, right now, the Muskegon Police Department, City of Norton Shores, Roosevelt Park Police Department, and the Montague Police Department, and then 2 locations at the Sheriff's Office downtown, and where our road patrol facility is located at 1611 Oak Street. We have those boxes in place right now. It doesn't have to be within your jurisdiction, okay? So you don't have to wait.
You can go to any one of them,
You can go
right?
to any one of them during regular business hours to drop off your controlled medications. The other 5, Whitehall, Muskegon Township PD, Muskegon Heights PD, Fruitport Township, and North Muskegon Police Department will also be coming online by the first of the year.
Oh, that's great to know. So you say controlled medications. Now, if they mistakenly bring their uncontrolled substances, does it matter?
There's nobody there to talk to. It's in the lobby. I mean,
Okay.
if you want to stop in and say hello, that's fine. But you're dropping off what you're dropping off. We have received shampoo. We really don't need it.
Yeah, I do.
So-
Save that for the troops.
Yeah.
Save that for the troops. Yeah, take that to the church. Yeah.
We don't need
Okay.
it, but it has happened. So,
Right,
but,
okay.
It's been very positive so far. I mean, we've already been up to the Montague Police Department 3 times, and they've had it for how long? I mean, so-
Not even 3 weeks, I would say.
93 weeks.
Okay.
You know, some of their area companies are having events, which has been a great thing. You know, corporations in this have an event where people come in, drop their controlled substance off, and bring it down there. This isn't a problem, but it can be a problem because other people should not be carrying your controlled substance. Okay,
Exactly.
so you should be doing this individually on your own.
Okay.
And the list of where you can go for a daily drop-off for the controls or non-controls are, again, at our website at MAMDP.com. And also, we do come out to companies and we go out to service organizations and we share this information and we bring our box of fun with us
Okay.
and help educate and answer any questions there might be. And there has been a lot of questions on how to dispose of their medication safely, what is the impact to us as a society, and what they can do. And really, one person can make a difference. And that's been what was really nice to see about this program is one person can make a difference.
And you currently have 9 participating pharmacies, correct?
Correct.
And that's on your website. And so, Carrie, we're going to close out our show and tell the viewers how they can contact you, especially if an area business would like you to come and talk about this program. Tell them the best way to contact you.
They can reach me here at Lakeshore Health Network at 231-672-3839. And I'd be happy to help answer any questions, share any information. If you have questions for these gentlemen here, I'd be happy to put you in contact with them if you have something specific to know and I don't have the answer.
Thank you for watching West Michigan. I'm Linda Balkema. This is DSETV.com that you can contact. If you would like to get a hold of me and you have a story you'd like to share or some health questions, a great story to tell and you might want to be on the show or you have ideas for the show, please give me a call at 231-672-3215. That is a local number. It's Muskegon Community Health Project with Mercy Health Partners. Thank you.